should I say drunken, bald-headed, tattooed thugs? My kind of people. Now you remember who called you that, don't you? You won't forget, will you? Least of all when he tells you how to vote in this general election. Now I'm here today to support Tommy Robinson because he speaks the truth. Now Winston Churchill said, I'll quote, "Courage is rightly considered the foremost of all the virtues because all of the others depend on it. Without courage, nothing great is possible, and Tommy Robinson is a brave man." Tommy was a political prisoner and he suffers continuing persecution because he speaks the truth and defends those people who cannot defend themselves. And he has been vindicated in everything that he said. Now, some political figures who would not defend him when he most needed them now talk openly about the very things they condemned him for. And you can see them on their YouTube channels and on GB News. Don't forget what they were saying when he was locked up in Belmarsh. We are becoming a modern totalitarian state where you will be punished for speaking the truth. But now there is no need to put people into concentration camps or gulags. They can be simply cancelled electronically. The people that govern us are traitors. We know that, but what causes them to betray their country and future generations? Governments of whatever party, when they're elected, are controlled by an elite of globalist monopolists. Supranational financial and international corporations, as exemplified by the World Economic Forum. I hear Klaus isn't well. I'm sure you send him your best wishes. Now, the globalist plans is to destroy democratic Western society and civilization, and to create a new feudal society where they are the aristocracy and the rest of us are the peasants and the serfs. Now, voting in this next general election is pointless. We know what we're going to get, a globalist government. But there is one thing that you can do to protest, which I can suggest, which is to write none of the above on the ballot paper. Now, as I said, whoever wins is going to be controlled by the globalists, on whom they depend for funding. If a government disobeys them, funding will be withdrawn. They hold governments hostage in a financial stranglehold. And you don't have to take my word for it, Liz Truss intimated just as much in an interview she did on trigonometry. Go and listen to it. Now, it's taken decades for the globalist plan to mature. The whole of the Western world now faces the same problem. But there are millions upon millions of ordinary, decent people across Europe and the English-speaking world who do not want to live in serfdom and who want their countries and freedoms back. And more are waking up. So what can be done about it? Well, nothing quickly nor easily. But as a first step, Tommy has come up with a brilliant idea, which is to launch a coalition for freedom, movement for cultural change, to rally international support. There will be nothing in his multi-point plan that no right-thinking person or political party cannot support. We might call it a cultural counter-revolution, to reverse the cultural revolution of insanity that we've had foisted on us over the last couple of decades. It will be a long struggle, but people are waking up around the world. I have to say to you, however, ultimately, the solutions must be political. Traitorous governments will not reform themselves. The solutions will depend upon political power and political parties, and that can only come through the ballot box. But the desire for truth, freedom and liberty can never be suppressed. Thank you.
Now, it was talking about being cancelled and censorship.